Okay, now the points are in. We're going to approach the symbology or the display of these points using symbology to call out, several of the points that we're not interested in. So just the points of our interest, I guess. So with that, I want to look at the table, attribute table of these, and I can see the feature name, which is great. And right next to it is feature class, and that's what I would symbolize the features on and just take out the ones. I'm sure there's lots of different ones. On this case, there's 57,000 different features, and there's all kinds of stuff that each of these points could represent. So let's look at these symbology unique values based on, instead of feature ID, how about the class? So it pops up pretty readily. There's all kinds of features here, but we could start taking out the ones, really I just want populated places, and maybe some other ones that sound interesting. So in this case, remove all. And I might just want to start from the list of what I do want in here. And so populated place was one of them. So scroll down, populated place, and with the control key I'll hold down some other ones as I look through them. Yeah, could do all post offices. I was hoping to find like ski areas or resorts or something, but I don't see those. Maybe, well, I'll use hydrology for that. Hospitals would be interesting. What's that, hospitals? Craters. Huh. Okay, let's add that. Okay, maybe I'll add airports as well. Okay. Well, that's quite a few. Let's just, most of these are populated places, so let's change some of the symbols. And maybe there's a hospital in the gallery. Just a small symbol for that. Yeah, like that. Crater. Maybe just an X. How about a diamond? Yeah, there's a few craters around. Airports. I bet there's an airport symbol. A small one. That may be too many. Okay, populated place is the only one left. And a small circle is great. There may be too many of those. Anyway, one other thing, there was a question, what about, this might be okay, I suppose, but what about the capital, right? So I want to symbolize it differently. So what if I go back to the table here and, well, I already know what the capital of New Mexico is, right? If this is, well, I don't want to search through, they're not alphabetized, and I suppose I could sort ascending here. That may take a minute. And look through, but they're all still, that's not alphabetized by that name, although I do have, I think, over label name, right, the map name or something. Yeah, and I could maybe assort ascending those, and then scroll down till I get to, the S's and look for Santa Fe. That might work okay, but that's not very efficient, not undoable. But let's try just select by attributes. And we'll add an expression here where, I guess, map name has something in it, contains the text Santa Fe, and apply. Well, it gathered 475 of these. So let's just look at those. And on the map, I should see they're all clustered right around Santa Fe. I guess there's multiple copies of these, and they're all considered Santa Fe, huh? That's interesting. Oh, and then they have different feature names within those. So perhaps I could get a little bit further by select within, add, let's see, select subsets from the current selection, and then where the feature name contains the text, where's that? Feature name includes the values and Santa Fe again. And apply. And this is just the populated place, and so okay, so now I found Santa Fe. Congratulations. There we go. Oh, and in the table, so instead of its if I'm going to label it, it actually doesn't matter, but I'm symbolizing by feature class, so that's what I want to change. Yeah, this it's right here. So instead of populated place, I would just say capital. Okay, and saves the edit. Then under the symbology, I would be able to, oh, it's still right here, add capital to the list. Then under capital, I only have one item, and should have a nice little star. Maybe that could be a little bigger. Yeah, let's make that a little bigger. 15, 14 points. 15. Okay. Kind of not liking that star anymore. Okay, I'm just going to use a different star. Just a plain old solid star. That might look a little better. And just up the properties. Let's try 20 points. That may be too big, especially as I zoom out. All right. It may also be useful to maybe put these markers, the populated places, a little bit it has an outline, and so maybe I want to change to a simpler symbol, like just a single color solid, and of course making that a bit smaller as well. Maybe quite a bit smaller. Okay, so that's a little more appealing, and maybe not black. Maybe just a nice appealing color. Well, and then again, I haven't chosen all my colors or whatever for the background and things like that, so it kind of doesn't matter at this point. But there we go. And so now I have the roads. I probably need to change that a little bit, but depending on my background, I have the roads in these populated places in my map. So the rest of this is a matter of labeling um, and symbolizing the other data that you want to put into the map. I still haven't put water features in here, even though I have this local connecting road as blue. Probably want to change that to some sort of light gray. So it makes it a little easier to put some water features in there when I get to it. Anyway, that'll work for this section.